Hi, this is Ben Fick from UK Net Guide, and in this short video I'm going to show you how to bet on a horse using an online bookmaker. Now obviously the first thing you have to do is to choose a bookmaker. UK Net Guide has selected its top 10 bookmakers from around the UK, and you can find a link to this list below this video. When choosing a bookmaker there are a few things to consider, the first of which is how much you receive in sign-up bonuses. Now, most bookmakers will offer you a matched deposit bonus. What this means is that if you deposit £50 into your account, the bookmaker will match this £50, giving you a total of £100 with which to bet. Bookmakers also have various special offers on horse racing and other sports. For example, Bet365 have an offer where if you back a winner at odds of 4 to 1 or more on any race shown live on Channel 4, you will get a free bet to the same stake on the next live race. Different bookmakers will also have slightly different odds on different events from time to time, which is why we recommend that you open 2 or 3 different betting accounts to take advantage of not only the special offers and the sign-up bonuses, but also to ensure that when you place a bet, you can do so getting the best odds possible. Now for this demonstration, I'm simply going to use Bet365. When you first come to Bet365, you'll see the home screen. This shows you various markets that can currently be bet on, from football to cricket to tennis and of course horse racing. And when you first join, Bet365, as with any bookmaker, will ask you for some personal details such as where you live, your name, your date of birth, your address, an email address and contact number, and then username, password and various security fields. It must be noted that when you sign up to a betting account, you must be at least 18 years of age, and ideally you should have a debit or credit card with which to make payments, although some bookmakers will allow you to use alternative payment methods such as PayPal, Skrill or even a bank transfer. Now I already have an account, so I'm simply going to quickly log in to my account. And as you can see, I currently have £200 available to bet with. Now we want to be able to bet on a horse, so the first thing to do is to find the horse racing section, which you can do using the navigation and the sidebar. This will bring up all of the available races that you can bet on today, and I've chosen the 455 at Fontwell. Now when you click through to a race, you'll see what is known as the race card. This has the name of the horse, and underneath the name of the horse you'll have a trainer and the jockey who is riding the horse this day. Each horse will also have its form shown as 6 digits. Now the numbers represent the place in which the horse finished. A dash shows you a separation between one season and the next, so this 5th place happened last season. Letters also mean various things. P means it was pulled up, it didn't finish the race. U means it unseated its rider. F means it fell, and there are a few more to look at as well. Under each form, here on Bet365, you can see 2 more little icons. The first one will allow you to see video footage of the horse in its last race. And the second little icon, which is an eye, if you click on that, you'll see details of how it ran last time out, plus analysis provided in this case by Racing Post, but it can also be via other websites as well. In the next column you'll see the handicapped weight of the horse and the age of the horse. Now the handicapped weight is effectively a way for the event organisers to even out the race slightly so that the best horses don't always win the race. And the age of the horse can also affect how it performs. And in the right hand side column you'll see the current odds of each of the horses. So current favourite is at odds of 10 to 3, and then 7 to 2, 6 to 1, etc. Next to these you'll see previous odds. Now these are the odds that the horse was at some point earlier on in the day. So Red Rock, who's currently the favourite, started off the day at 6-1 and has since come in to 10-3. This type of horse, where the odds are shortening or getting smaller, are known as steamers. The opposite, such as Benny the Swinger, where the odds are actually getting larger, are known as drifters. So you can see here, Benny the Swinger started off the day at 9-2 and is now 13-2. Now, when choosing which horse to bet on, you could just use the information on this page. There's plenty of it, and it gives you a good idea of how a horse might fare in this race. If you want to go into a slightly more detail, then you can use an external website. I tend to use gg.com because it gives me information not only on the horse but also on the jockey and the trainer. So for instance, if you look at Benny the Swinger, then we can see the statistics here for him and how he races. On this type of ground, which is good to soft, he has started 5 races, he has won 1 and he has been placed in 2 more. Over this distance, again, he has won 1 and placed in 1. He has done okay at this course, he's done okay under this jockey, and he's ridden okay in this class of race. You can even see his recent form and read more about each of the races. So as you can see, he won his last race, and previous to that he was 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 7th, etc. If I wanted to have a look at how his jockey is performing, I simply click on his name, in this case Mr. TJ Cannon, and this screen will show me his lifetime form over each of the courses, as well as a total at the end. So he wins roughly 9% of his races and is placed in a further 19%. Now at Fontwell Park, he actually wins roughly 10% of his races and places in 25%, which is quite good for a jockey. If you really wanted to look at the stats for the trainer, you can do once again. So this trainer overall trains winners 9% of the time and gets places roughly 17% of the time. But here at Fontwell, those stats increase to 11% wins and 19% places. So again, the trainer looks to be in quite good form. Now, if you go back to Bet365 and actually look into how you place the bets themselves, the simplest bet that most people want to place is simply to bet on a horse to win the race. Now that is nice and simple to do. You simply click on one of the odds in the right hand column. So I'm going to choose Benny the Swinger, so I'm going to click on his odds here. It adds it to my betting slip. You choose your stake. In this case, I'm going to bet £10, and you see here it says to return £75. That's how much I would get back if Benny the Swinger wins. And you simply click place bet, and that's it. I've now placed that bet on Benny the Swinger, and if he wins, I will get that £75 deposited back into my account. Another type of bet which is quite popular is the each way bet. This is effectively 2 smaller bets combined into one. It is a bet on the win and also a bet on the place. In this race, each way is shown here as 1/5, 1, 2, 3. What that means is the place part of the bet receives 1/5 of the odds of the horse winning, and it has to finish in the top 3 for the place part of the bet to win. So based on my analysis, I have chosen Morstead as my each way bet for this race. You can see he does finish in the top 3 quite a lot of the time, and he's in decent form. So to place an each way bet, you simply click on the odds of the horse once again. It adds it to your betting slip, but instead of entering your stake, first things first, you need to click in this little checkbox where it says E/W. This stands for each way, And when you do that, you'll see it now says 2 times unit stake and then total stake. So to bet £10 in total, you have to bet £5 each way. As you can see, it says 2 times £5, total bet £10. And again, it's as simple as clicking place bet, and that bet is now placed. Now, if you have a horse where you believe it has a good chance of being placed, but you doubt that it's actually going to win, it is possible to make a bet just on the place element. To do this in Bet365, all you need to do is click on All Markets, and you'll see it comes up with some other options for betting. Now down here we can see again it has selection to win, which is the odds that we just looked at in the previous screen, and selection to place. So for instance, I believe that Sablazo has a good chance of placing, but is probably quite unlikely to win. Like his winning odds are 14 to 1, but his place odds are 7 to 2, and I think that's quite good odds. So again, all you have to do is click on the odd, it adds it to your betting slip. I'm going to put £5 on Sablazo to place. The advantage of a place bet over an each way bet is that it only has one bet, so you can bet a smaller amount. You can see if Sablazo places, then I will stand to get a £22.50 return. Now he has to come in the top 3 horses for me to win this. Again, it's as simple as clicking place bet, and my bet has been placed. Now there are 2 more types of bet that I just want to quickly go over. If I go back to the main screen, those are the forecast and the TriCast. Now the forecast and the TriCast are more difficult types of bet to actually predict correctly, but the odds reflect this difficulty. Effectively, the forecast is you having to predict the first and second place horse in any race, whilst the TriCast is the situation where you have to predict the first, second and third horse in any race. In the forecast, you pick the winner on this left-hand column here and the second place in this right-hand column here. So for instance, if I stick with Benny the Swinger as my winner, and I believe that the current favourite Red Rock is got a good chance of coming second, then I will simply tick the box second Red Rock, first for Benny the Swinger, click add to bet slip, and then as you can see, it's now added a straight forecast, Benny the Swinger first, Red Rock second. My odds for this are 30.78, and this is a decimal odd, which is roughly 30 to 1. So if I put a £5 bet in there, you can see I potentially stand to gain, or to win rather, £153.90. And once you've made up your mind about who to bet on and how much to bet, again, it's as simple as clicking place bet. Now I can do exactly the same for TriCast. If I click Benny the Swinger for first place, Red Rock for second, just as the forecast. But this time I'm going to choose Morstead, who is my each way bet, as my third place horse. Again, click add to bet slip, and this time you'll see that the odds have shot up to 264.51, which is roughly 264 to 1. Now obviously you have to rely on the horses coming in exactly that order: Benny the Swinger first, Red Rock second, Morstead third. But I'm going to put £5 on that, and if by chance this bet comes in, I will be £1,322.55 better off. Again, clicking place bet places the bet for you. So those are the 5 basic types of bet that you can put on a horse. My advice would always be to do your research first, check out the form of the horse, look at the jockey, look at the trainer, and then once you've made your decision, make sure that when you place a bet, you only bet as much as you are willing to actually lose. Remember to visit UK Net Guide to view their top 10 bookmaker list, and you can be up and running in a matter of minutes. That's all for today. Thank you very much for listening.